All right, guys. So we are live here once again. Today, we have a very special guest, a very special fighter, a very special professor, a very special friend, Renatinho Tavares, Carson
Nossa, irmão.
Gracie, black belt, one of the top guys there. Uh, and man, well, he still fighting. So I mean, we're gonna here today talk about also this about how is to keep fighting longer, and then how is to keep shape after 40s, some
in
people
a
after 50s.
in a high level. It's not only competing; it's competing in a high level, right? That's most
Yes, yes.
important.
Welcome, Renatinho.
Thank you, brother. Thanks so much for the opportunity.
Yeah. So just to say some words here, Renato. Thank you a lot for your time. And we know each other for years and years, trained together for many years. I remember when I might be wrong, but I think that I'm not wrong at all. But I remember that when you were teaching at Carson Gracie with Albertinho, right?
Yes, yes.
And
Albert, he was the
Renatinho.
coach, and I'm kind of helping him a little bit.
yeah, I remember that I did many classes with you, being the instructor by the time. I'm not sure if you were already a black belt. I think that you
No,
were the brown belt, right?
brown
You
belt,
were,
bro. Well,
yeah,
maybe I think with Albertino was purple, and then he was
purple,
brown, and
yes,
then he moved to black and moved to brown.
yes. So first of all, I just want to tell you that I always consider you as one of the toughest guys in that at Carson Gracie, always competing, always in a good shape. I never saw you in a bad shape. It's incredible. I'm gonna make a question for you. How is your age right now? Uh,
52.
52, man. I wish I hope I can get 52 like you.
Unbelievable.
You have time. You have time.
Yeah, I have to. No, not that much, but I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna ask Francis to start to make some questions for you. If you want to introduce yourself a little bit for us, for our students, it's always
Yes.
good.
My name is Renato. I have been training jiu-jitsu since 1974.
Well, when I was born.
Started training. Yeah. Started training for 6 years old in Academia Serrana. Grandmaster Geni, Grandmasters Elias Martins.
Wow.
And by that time, the jiu-jitsu was a little bit different. It was more kind of self-defense. We have the open hand slap, kind of make sure you understand jiu-jitsu is not just a sport. And then 1988, I moved to Carson, and I started training at Carson Racing there. Um, I was a blue belt, and then it's a funny story. When I started training there, I get there, I spoke for him. I came from Serrana. I'm a blue belt. And then she's like, oh, okay. He's like, okay, just a second. He's like, oh, let me see if you roll. I put him on the mat there, and I roll for Albertinho, Gabalon.
Oh,
I got a blue
Gabon.
belt. And he's like, by the end, he's like, my chest. Yeah, yeah, you can keep your blue belt. You can keep your blue belt.
You are a true blue belt, right?
Yeah. Then I
Yeah.
started training there in '88. I competed my first tournament on the Castro in '89. Was Copa Itaú. And my first tournament was 1979. My first tournament as a
Wow.
orange belt or yellow belt, something like that.
And you
Nice.
keep competing since that, right, Renatinho? You never stop competing. As I remember, you compete in all the belts for years and
Yes.
years and years, right?
Yes. But when I moved to US and I trained on the American top team, we did a lot of no gi, and I was training for MMA, and then I kind of stopped a little bit training gi. I compete with gi. I think from 2002 all the way to 2009, I didn't compete in no any IBJJF. Was competing a little bit in Naga, grappling quest, but IBJJF I come back, competing at a high level 2009. The other ones was high level too. I did a lot of super fights on the American top team. I fought MMA 8 times.
Oh,
And then
good.
in 99, 2009, I started competing again in IBJJF.
Yeah. As a master,
Amazing.
and then when you came back, you went straight to the master division, right?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay. Any chance to see you compete in the adults division? No.
I competed in 2013 and 2014. I dropped to light feather.
Oh, good.
And then I competed in the adults. I won my first fight in 2013 and lost my second fight. Tough kid. And then uh, I was in a good shape. Was my technique was good, but the timing from adult to master
Yeah.
is different, and I lose a little bit time, and the guy catch me in the foot lock. But
Okay.
I get in the position that I usually have two options. In the master, sometimes you can choose here and there. This here and there of adult division, boom, he get my right.
Yeah.
It's fast,
Those
right?
kids, yeah.
Faster.
In your division, it's I think that is worse than my division because you guys are so quick, so fast that
Yes,
it's like you're saying, it's 1 second. If you think it's over.
yes, yes,
For the reason that why Parrupinha keeps competing with the big guys, because I think that
He
he
has a
has more
better,
chance. He
yeah,
has a better
faster.
time to thinking. Yeah. The big ones
sure.
they are a
And
little bit
he
slow.
has I think his advantage. He has good stand up too,
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
the high level division, the heavy division, the guy stay more stand up. He has good. He can stay there, wait for the right time to put it down. No, most of the time they don't pull guard, and then I think he has really good advantage on that division.
yeah. Parrupinha is a very good strategist guy,
Yes,
and
Competitor as
he,
well, right?
yeah, compare and to put that little kid down, it's almost impossible.
yeah.
So Francis, go ahead, make some questions. If Francis let
No,
me
guys,
start talking,
no
my
problem
friend, I'm
at
gonna be here
all.
1 hour talking with you.
It's amazing to be, listening here, learning, and then, well, remember all those past battles and fights. So it's great. But first question is this. So please, well, tell us all, and how is to how is to keep, after 30s and 40s in a really good shape.
One thing that I always I train jiu-jitsu and I train pretty hard, but I always like to do conditioning. I do a lot of circuit training. I do a lot of weights, and when I tell you something like that, I'm home, kind of home now. Still last week we couldn't go to the gym a little bit and come back, but I mean lighter right now than I was for PNMs like 4 days before when they canceled. I'm lighter now because I have been doing 7 a.m. training. I do live for my association. We do 7 a.m. live, and then we do about 30 minutes, 15, 25 minutes workout in the morning using body weight. And afternoon, I do another with weights. And then we do kind of secret training too. And then from last week, Monday, from today, I did 25 sessions of
Wow,
conditioning and training.
wow.
Then
So
it's
more than
like if I'm gonna be locked, at least I'm gonna be in shape.
yeah,
That's
you
true.
are you are training now more than before, right?
Yes. I was
Yeah,
training right now. I have a couple black belts, like coaches that come here. We do like 2 or 3 times a week. We sometimes do videos for the students and just to kind of keep the students update with
Yeah.
stuff. And then we did about 4 or 5 rows this morning, 5 6 minutes.
excellent.
And then I just stopped to talk for you guys. Maybe I'm gonna go there
You
again.
go back there and row again for sure.
And how about your diet, Renatinho? That's something very important for us. You try to keep away from the alcohol, or you are kind of guy that know how to manage it this well. How
Yeah,
does it
I
work
think
for you?
I call my diet the moon diet. I eat and drink everything that I can. I just don't not the moon. What else? But I balance
Yeah.
there. Like I'm sure during the week I have my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner. Weekends I do a little bit off, but I'm not like the guy like I restrict on anything. I every night I drink at least 1 or 2 glasses of wine to kind of relax, especially when I have a regular schedule that I was teaching. I like to do that. I get something to eat, like a snack, get a glass of wine or sometimes one beer. I sit on the table almost to
To
decompress,
relax, yes.
and then I can be back, and then I can hang out with my family. Because sometimes you come so many things from
Yeah.
outside, problems, bills to pay, and then you don't want to bring that to your family.
Yeah,
Correct.
of
And
course.
I have these 15, 20 minutes to sit on the table, get a glass of wine, get something to almost snack, just kind of decompress, and then I can be back to my family and not bring stuffs home.
Yeah, that's important too.
Yeah.
But I
So
don't have a really diet. I eat everything: pasta, rice, meat. But one thing is almost like that. I have my training schedule, and I have a schedule for pretty much everything. I wake up in the morning. About 6, 5:30, I do my prayers. And then right now I have this 7 a.m. Conditioning. But before Monday and Wednesday, I was driving south and I was doing privates, 2 privates, and then do conditioning and then have a couple hours to study in the morning. And then soon this stuff started. I couldn't drive to do my privates. I couldn't teach as much as I like to do. I right away I make a new schedule. I think that's important, and that's I
The
see a lot of
schedule,
people
right?
getting. Yeah, I see a lot of
The
people right
planning.
now getting not out of shape or bad diet or doesn't have time to sleep because they don't have the schedule. They don't
Yeah,
know what to do right now. But as soon this happened, I kind of create a new schedule. Time to wake up, go to have a morning routine, have a night routine. That's super important too,
yeah,
because a lot of people doesn't at night. If you don't have this night routine right now, you're gonna be watching TV and they're gonna eating garbage and then I still have my night routine about 10:30. I try turn off all the things like
Devices
a
and
little bit more TV.
yeah,
Then I get a tea. I get my vitamins, and about 11 I go to my bedroom. I don't have TV in my bedroom. This forever. If I go to the bed, it's to sleep.
yeah.
Not to watch anything, and my phone is off. Then I try keep it that way.
Beautiful,
I think it's super important. We,
beautiful.
we keep schedule.
the schedules,
And
the
if you're
planning
not,
stuff.
make
Yeah,
sure you do one schedule right now. And after this, have a schedule. Morning routine, night
I
routine.
agree. I agree with you,
Perfect.
Renato. It's something that
Sometimes,
go go
sometimes it's
go.
hard. Sometimes it's hard to do this, especially at night. Because for us, for me, and for Francis, and of course for you, it's kind of crazy because we get so late. For example, we finish the class here by 9:30, and then you get home and you said, "Man, I have to be at least for 30, 45 minutes with my wife and my kid to
Mm-hmm.
talk with them." And then when you realize it's 11:30 midnight, when you see you sleep at 1, and then 6 a.m. in the morning, you have to wake up and do everything again. So your body, some days you wake up like, man, feeling that someone is smashing you during the night. You wake up worse than when you went to
Tired.
bed on the last
You
day.
wake
Yeah,
up tired
you
already.
get a home. I think here for me is that the gym is closed, and then because the city I live in, we cannot stretch the class too much. And then about 9 o'clock I'm home, and then I have
Nice.
good time to have this an hour and a half that can decompress, watch stuff with my wife, hang out with my daughter.
Yep.
I'm 3 years old daughter, my first one.
Oh,
Nice. Good
that's the
for you.
first one. Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
and then I have time to hang out with them, and then I try go to the bed no not later than 11:30.
Okay, excellent.
Yes. Yes, this is well, this is very key, right? Regarding also age, when we're getting older, let's say, well, without planning, everything becomes harder, right? You don't know time, you don't know time to rest, you don't know time to run, time to train, or time to eat,
Yes,
or time to eat
yeah,
water.
super important to have a
It's really
routine,
crazy. The
and then
routine kind of it's very key to have, right?
yeah, one thing is that I learning, and then is if you wanna add something in your new habit, gonna take like 21 days to that turning a new habit. But to turn in a lifestyle is 90 days, and then with 21 days you can start doing something, but then it needs to stick all the way to 90 days, and then it's gonna be a lifestyle. Maybe before, but it's about that time.
Interesting.
But this is something that you read about that, or this is just
No, I
experience
read
that?
about. I read about,
Ah,
but
you.
I think like the stuff that I do too. I kind of find sometimes I can stick with stuff in maybe in 2 weeks. Sometimes take a little bit longer, but it's about that 21 days. And then 90 days is kind of turn your lifestyle. It's the way you don't even think about what you do. It's like right now my night routine that I take my tea, get my vitamins. That's I don't even think. I just stand
You
up,
just go
do my tea, and go. Yeah, and then I got my
yeah.
vitamins. It's already part of the
Like a
my routine.
robot. It just
Yeah,
follows it.
yeah. So it's a lifestyle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
true.
So Renato, question that I have for you here. That a student, some students they always ask me, "Oh, professor, you are 45, getting 46 years old. I'm
Oh,
here.
you baby
Oh,
ainda. You're young.
yeah, I'm over 40 years old, and I want to compete, and I want to train hard." And what I realize, watching myself, is that sometimes the mind tells you, okay, you have to go to the porrada every day, but your body does not allow you anymore. So what do you do? What is your training plan? For example, how many days you really roll? How many days you do just drills? When you really go for the really the way that we
No,
like to train. You
love
are kind of
fighting.
like me, like man. Sometimes I feel myself like, man, I'm not gonna drill, man. I'm gonna go for the porrada. That's what we like. But in the next day, we pay the price for this. So, what is your idea about that? For example, to don't get hurt, because nowadays with our age, man, when you get hurt, it's hard to get to be
Yeah,
ready again.
me
And the
again.
schedule also, right?
Yeah,
This
the
is
Schedule
kind of
schedule.
also.
my routine too. Just that stuff. I think that was why I kind of reinforce this. If you have a schedule, gonna help you, not just in your diet or time to sleep, but I think help in your training. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday is my hard training.
Okay.
Usually 11 a.m.
Okay.
And then Monday, Wednesday, I usually go to South and do private lessons. And then the private lesson we roll a little bit. It's nothing heavy. And then I have one private 8:30, and I have another private 10 o'clock. And 11, I do my weight training. That I lift the weights. And then Tuesday and Thursdays, and usually Friday, if I'm here, if I need to not need to travel for same now, I do circuit training in the morning
Okay.
about 8:30. And then Friday, depending if I'm here, I do a little circuit training and I do light roll at night. My Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday usually I training. Tuesday and Thursday is more to teach, and Friday I don't do nothing.
Okay. You
And
just rest.
Sunday I'm resting, stay with my family too. And then pretty much like mornings is Monday and Wednesday I do these two privates and then weights. Tuesday and Thursday I do secret training and then I training hard. Saturday I training hard.
3 times a week,
Friday
Mm.
I
kind
start
of
hard
just
training. 3 times a
and
week, you train harder.
yes, and then again you talk about your body too, And then sometimes Monday and Wednesday night I roll. I roll for the students, but my body gonna tell me how I'm gonna roll. If
Yes.
I feel
The
energy, I'm gonna roll
intensity.
hard. I hold hard. If my body say and then I just roll a little
Yeah.
bit,
What do you
We
do?
have.
basic drills.
What do you do? Let's say, well, after training for those days that you're gonna train harder. Do you do something else? Let's say, well, after it, like well, ice or
Stretching, yoga.
bathtub or yoga, or do you do something after just to recover faster? You have any
Uh,
tip about it?
I usually don't. I usually don't. One thing too is I think is a different, and this if you talk to my students, the guys we train here during the whole year, we training like say like 70%. And then when we have the tournaments or this Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then we increase. I never like training super light. Oh, doesn't have a tournament going on, gonna be super light. We always keep about 67% of the row. One
Okay.
thing I do, is like during the whole year. Doesn't matter who I training. I want to make sure if I train for lower level, want to test my game, maybe add something new. If I train a high level and then I push my game and make sure
Yeah, the
my game
best
is
game.
there, yeah, then I can timing make my game the time better timing, better control, tighter, maybe better movement. But I usually don't drop the intensity less than 70%. And then I train during the whole year. I don't have like kind of right now the tournament is just in August and then I'm gonna train in now just whatever. No, I always training to tell like last year I competed in August in Master Worlds. When I was prepared for Master Worlds, I was in the shape that I usually I like to be. And then I won the tournament, but a week after, I said, man, I cannot never ever be that way again. I have a kind of super fight kind of lined up for January. I start training a week afterwards. I start doing my conditioning and my training to be in better shape in January. And since that, I have been training to be better shape in Pan Ams because last year I lost in the final Pan Ams.
Yeah,
Like I want to be better on this
yeah.
Pan Ams, and then I'm probably going to be the same way. The idea was
All
to
over and
train
over and over. Yeah, yeah.
to
It's
the in
smart.
there.
It's smart way because you're let's say always planning it, right? Like 3 months before, 4 months before, so you don't wait for 30 days to start going crazy. You go crazy 4 months before, three, right? So
We
just
like I said, we usually work like this 70%. When I get close, say like
you
two
go a
months
little bit
before,
higher.
go to 80, and then the last depend the tournament. I have 6 to 8 weeks camp. And
Correct.
then that was super hard
Yeah.
for 6 or 8 weeks before the tournament. Depend what kind of tournament it is, But I always try. Like I said, I don't have. Oh, have this tournament. I'm gonna train. I don't have a tournament, and then I put away. And one thing helped me a lot with my weight too. I have weight limit. Usually I compete. My weight need to be 151 and a half. My regular weight is 156, 157. If I hit 159, right away I try drop
The
one.
Keep it low.
the red lights start to shine for
Yes,
you, right?
yes. And then I think that's good, because you don't need to worry too much about losing weight close to the
Yeah.
tournament. That keep you in your weight in
A good
check,
range
keep
of
your
weight.
condition in check
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
And
I
we
was
have tough guys here, no, too. We can have a
Yeah,
guys here. They
that's
have the
very
same
good. Yeah.
mindset.
the
I
same
Yeah.
have
one.
the same mindset,
Yeah.
If you try training light, you're gonna be smashed every day.
Oh
And
yeah.
then
Yes.
we have
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
mindset, Carson Grace mindset, competitor mindset that you don't want to be
Yeah.
smashed.
I know what you're talking about.
At least you're gonna give a hard training for them. You can be
Yeah.
smashed, but at least you're gonna have hard training for
Yes. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
be so easy, right?
Yeah. And how about injuries?
hmm?
How about injuries? Did you have in your career? Did you have a very bad injury, or how do you deal with that? How
Yeah,
was that? What happened
I
during those
have
those?
I have a couple knee problems. I have a shoulders, and again, I think, a lot of people sometimes when they have an injury, they stop completely. I always see what I can do, as conditioning, as position.
Exactly.
I'm never stop.
We.
Just to have I cannot move. My back
Yeah.
is stiff. I cannot move, and then I let the rest. But otherwise, if I hurt my elbow, I hurt my wrist, I put my hand inside my belt,
Yeah.
lower
It's
level.
funny this, Renato, because we have. I mean, we're here teaching for the last 3 years only, so we're new. We're really, a baby, still a baby. But well, like many people, oh, but I just, hurted my finger. I just hurt my shoulder and my toes. I said, man, tape it and come back. So
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have
we
to
at
have
be.
least
we have the Carson
watch
Gracie.
the class. At least watch the class.
Carson
Carson
Gracie
Gracie.
used to say this for us. Remember when
We
day I
have
came
two
to.
things in Carson Grace, like the people like get in the gym and then they may or have a little injury or you just eat. Oh no, I'm not gonna roll. Just ate something right now. Or okay, somebody come and mess with your wife. You're gonna say, no, wait, I get the
Yeah,
digestion. Oh, my
yeah,
feet getting bad on my
yeah,
elbow, and then we talk about.
yeah.
Come on. I remember Renatinho one
Bring
day I
it
went
out.
to I got at the academy and I was with my finger broke and then Carson looked at me and said, "Hey, Sean, you still have 9, my friend. Go." That's the mentality, right?
Yeah, I remember like that. One time I was training and then I trained really good for Amauri one time. And then Mauri and Valide have the mentality, oh, let's train again. But man, wait. And then I have at that time I was a black belt. I could say no. Before it's like you could, you need to go, you need to go. And then said, no, now black belt, we train next time. I hurt my elbow. I popped my elbow out. In it was university was kind of game there. I did it through. The guy was trying to do it to Morinagi, but he put a foot on my hips. My hand went under the mat and dislocated my elbow.
Wow.
And then I got in the gym for was cast on. I went there to talk for Carson. And then I'm like, oh, let's train it. Man, you crazy? How can I train it for you? No. So you take this, you're going to train it. I said, okay, man, your first one is you. And then probably past a month and a half, I took even before I was supposed to be there for 3 weeks. I took 1 week because I was itching. And then I came back to the gym and started doing like rows, hands inside the belt. And then one day Amaury came, probably was a month after. He's like, oh, let's do the training. So, man, you didn't forget. No, let's go. Yeah, man, let's go.
Was a target on you. There was a target on you.
Yeah, man, he never forget, man. He's like that. Him,
Yeah,
Valide, he's like, oh, let's go.
Valide.
One more.
They chase you. They keep
Man, Valide was
chasing
so.
people, right?
Renatinho, Valide was so crazy. I remember when I was a blue belt there, I used to have a very good guard. I still have a more or less guard, but by the
Come
time
on.
was much better. And then he trained with me for like maybe 10 minutes, something like that. He could not pass my guard. Man, he was so mad. And then he got my address he went to Castle and said, "Hey, I want the address of this kid." And then Castle go there in the records and get my address. And then, man, one day I was going out with my dad. I was like maybe 16 years old, and I was going outside to man. There was the Jeep, Remember the Jeep that we
Uh-huh.
I
used to have in
remember.
Rio?
I
Yeah,
remember the
the
Jeep.
Jeep was in front of my building, and he was sitting waiting for me. And I said, "What?" And
Very polite, very very handsome.
yeah, no, and yeah, his face,
Hey,
imagine this.
Like,
Marcelo.
Yeah, yeah. And then my father said, "Hey, what is this, man? What is that?" No, no, no. He's a. By the time he was a brown belt. No, he just wanted to invite me to train, and then said, "Man, we had to train again. We had again."
right now.
And then I thought, "Man, you cannot train with this guy. He's gonna kill." No, no, he's a nice guy. He's not. He's a little bit crazy, but he's a nice guy. Man, that was the way that we were. That that
Oh,
that
and I remember
academy
many
was
times
crazy.
get at
Yeah.
the gym. Sometimes you training, and then it's like I said, if you play a good guard, he was able to control him, and then finish the time. It's like people time, and no time, no time, no time. Let's go, no time.
Oh my
Right,
god.
son, move, no.
That was
Just
crazy,
keep
man. That was
pushing,
crazy.
right?
And
Well, we,
Renatinho,
we, we created a good damn mentality,
Yeah.
no? Fight.
yeah, yeah. And
Mentality is key, man.
when did you decide to come into United States? Which year and why? What happened? So
I
you
was
came straight
teaching.
to Florida. How did
I
it
was
happen?
teaching in Curitiba, and I have a student that was there. He's American. He invited me to come here to teach in his place.
Oh, so you went from Rio to Curitiba first, right?
Yeah, I teach in Curitiba from '97 to 2002.
Oh,
Oh, good.
And then I have a student there. He was doing privates for me. He was training for us there. And then he invited me to come. And then I moved here. But I came for Pan Am's, and I have a time for he building his gym. And then I stay for American Top Team when the American Top Team started.
Oh, okay, good.
And then I stayed there. I did my first MMA fight because I was training for them, prepared the other guys, and then Alex, that was the manager there, said, "Oh, I have this fight for you. It's 155. My weight, normal weight was 156. Oh, it's 155. This guy never fought before. No jiu-jitsu, no striking. Gonna be a good fight for you." Okay, no problem. Let's do it. And then I got it. Then the guy was an all-time wrestler, tough
What?
kid. It was I think it was 170 the day of the fight, and I was like 3 rounds. It was pretty good. Like he was no striking. He was putting me down, but I was striking him from the bottom. I was able to control him, attack him, almost get him in a triangle, and then he tried escape. I switched over plata, swap him, and then from the sweep he tried escape. I went to the capsule. That was just 3 minutes. It was super fast.
intense.
I think it has more minutes. It was 5 minutes. I maybe couldn't have time
To
to
submit.
put my jiu-jitsu there, but we fought 2 rounds. On the third round, between the second and third, all my corners fought outside the mat
Outside of the
Oh
ring.
yeah.
with the ground, and then I didn't have no coach. The guys, no, let's go fight, go fight.
Oh
And
my
then
god.
I fought the third round for no coaching.
Old
And
times.
was kind of, like it was the third fight of the night. And the promoter come in. It was really close fight, but I cannot give the fight for you because I give the fight for you. Don't gonna have more event like
Yeah. We're
between
gonna
rounds.
break everything.
Between rounds, when they have this breakdown, it took like
Yeah.
15 minutes to start over again. They put a music for before I started the fight. Born in the USA. The crowd getting crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this
Yeah,
Brazilian.
yeah, yeah,
Kill
yeah,
the
yeah.
Brazilian.
And
Yeah.
where was that? Which year was that? 2000?
2003.
2003,
2003.
yeah.
Wow.
17 years ago, my friend.
Yeah,
Yes. Long time.
great. That was
Nice.
good. It was good. It was a good time. Have a,
And
and
then
after
you
that, definitely
and
give
then
me
you
the fight
came
to fight more.
you came here straight to Florida, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, I went. Yeah, I went to Kentucky. I teach there a little bit.
uh,
And then my father passed away. I need to be back in Brazil, and then help my mother there. And then Alex say again, this guy was the manager. No, if you want to come back to the American Top Team, we're here. Whatever you want to, we're here to help you. And then I came back in 2003, and I started training for them. And then I fought my second, third fight too. And then
You stay there.
that was I want to just talk about American Top Team. I want to make sure that I always say that to them, and I want to say live here. I'm so thankful for Liborio first to be gave me the opportunity to be here. Murilo told me to talk to Liborio because he was coming here to create the American Top Team, and then Marcelo and Conan opened the door for me. Dan Lambert was, man, always there for me too, and
Remember? Yeah.
always recognized. I was so thankful for the opportunity they gave me. I'm here because of them, and so grateful. And thankful for they give me this opportunity to be here. And this like people sometimes like don't appreciate. I appreciate so much what they did for me. I have a surgery on my knee. They pay for my surgery. They pay for
Oh,
my
nice.
green card. Pay for my citizenship for me and my wife. And then
Amazing. Yep.
I'm thankful
Awesome.
so much for them. That's just indeed appreciate. I think I'm not American top team anymore, but I always appreciate them. Everyone,
Yes.
everyone
There's a
is
friendship,
there
right?
helping me so much. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, you guys are friends.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter teams or flags. You guys are still friends, right?
I know, and it's something that happened there. I remember after the stuff started getting hard in 2008 when the money was out there. People start taking the money out because have the problem here in US. A lot of people stop talking. Oh, I don't want to be
Economy.
American team anymore. Man, no need to show gratitude. Need to show
Yeah.
Correct.
need to be thankful. It doesn't matter if they don't give you money anymore, but they did so much for you.
Yes.
Opportunity for you to be here. We need to be grateful and thankful
Thankful.
for them.
Yeah. That's
100%.
very important.
You're right.
Nowadays it's so hard to find people like that think like you, man.
Yes.
So you do, you
And
do, you do. When you expect something back, man, it does not
Mhm.
come.
And it's another thing too. You do. I think you need to do without expecting something
no
back.
Yeah.
expectations. That's it.
But yeah, because you do because you like to do because you want to
Yeah.
do. You want to help. If you do waiting for something coming back, I think you're
Yeah.
going the wrong way. But you need to be thankful for what people did for you. I have so many people that have in my life. Have a
Yes.
couple of people that even call angels on the hard time of
Yes.
my life. They was there for me.
Yes.
Good.
Agree.
Excellent.
Agree. Renatinho, other two things that I just have here in my mind. Uh, uh, well, from this is I think it was more on the 80s and then 90s was very tough, when we really talk about teams, about flags. I'm from Carson, I'm from Gracie Barra, I'm from Master, I'm from blah blah blah. Was really tough. I mean, some of the kids, those days they kind of, well, used to fight, right? Go to nightclubs, and there was a fight between this and that, and then well, later on, I think 2000s, starting to have like bigger teams, right? Well, like three, four bigger teams. But then now, well, days in 2020, still have something regarding flags, right? So people are, if I'm under, well, this team, I'm not a friend. I can be talking to you, well, I can be training even, with you. So, and also, if we see through judo and through, well, other, fighting sports too, everybody trains, you know, together. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter if it's a team A or team B or team C, if it's red, if it's blue, if it's black, it doesn't matter. Just a matter of grow, together. So what do you think about it? So what are your thoughts
Yeah,
about it?
I can't. Like I said, I start training in '74. That the gyms first wasn't too much about. I say that time was too much about flags because we didn't have these big tournaments. It was
Yeah,
more
it was
about teaching people about self defense,
correct.
uh, teach you matters, teach you values. Use your jiu-jitsu for defend yourself, to be a good human being. And then the big tournaments start coming, and we see more of these flag things start going on. And then we have the time was a Carson Gracie, Barra Gracie, and
Yep.
then Jacaré start
Yeah,
coming, and then
master.
other teams start growing.
Yep.
And and then we see the transition
Nova
when
União as well, right?
yeah
Niterói, lots of guys there
when,
too.
when the transition from that to people start moving to US and then start cross training more, and you see more people cross training, and then right now it start done more as a sport that people can maybe train for you, but I think maybe on this gym I don't feel that I don't have the train enough. You can train all the time, or we cross train. I bring people to teach seminars in my school. I want
Yeah.
to, and that I'm doing not because I want to cross training, because I want to learn it. That was the mentality that I have. I think jiu-jitsu is not just for me or this team or whatever, but it's for everybody. And I love to learning, and then I bring people to teach with me. I love the privates that I learn so much because when I teach, we talk about
Yeah.
details, little things, and
Yeah.
then right now turn more as almost like a club, jiu-jitsu clubs, But I think it's important, we still a little bit have loyalty, because if a person with you for so long, at least recognize. We talk about recognize where you're coming from.
Recognitions from your origin.
Yes, where you came from. You there where you are right now because all the foundations that you have,
Correct.
the train you have, the people that was with you and the gym help you get it there.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then it's same thing. You're not going to be champion by yourself. You need the
Yeah.
training partners. You need your coach. You need the people going to be there for you drilling. And then the part of your medal, whatever medal you get, if you get a gold medal, have so many people behind you to help you get it there. But I understand right now people looking here and there, but I still think you need to be loyalty with, say, this is my coach. I'm training here because maybe this gym have a better training partners. They train to be harder, but this is my coach. This is my master. He gave me the black belt, or he brought more to it. Recognize who gave you the basics. Gave the fundamentals to be there.
100%.
Like the same thing. I training as Serrana in Teresópolis.
Yes.
I
Yes.
always
Old
talk
school.
about Geni. I always talk about Elias. Both guys kind of gave me all the bases
The
and
foundations. Yeah.
not just the foundation of jiu-jitsu, but as coach, as a human being, values. And then on the cardio race, we get the brotherhood, the team, and then
Guys, just a
mixing.
second. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave now because I think that the apartment on the bottom is burning here. So keep
Oh,
keep the live, and I talk to you soon. Just a
whoa.
second.
Okay.
Everyone is running crazy here.
Okay.
Just a
Okay.
second, guys. Keep the
We
Take
check.
talk.
care.
Let us know. Let us
I'll
know.
be there in a few.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, but
It's
like
live.
no,
Literally.
that's a real life. But it is, no, I think it's super important to recognize
Yeah.
where it came from, like when the Carson Grace, I trained for Alberto, I trained for Carson Grace Jr., Marcelo Alonso, for a long time I trained for Bolão, and then
Yeah.
I
The
here,
lineage was always through, Master Carson Gracie, right? Basically. Yeah. And well, other thing is that this is also very clear. Also, is this so how to keep kind of fighting, in training hard with a good mindset. How to build this, mindset about keep training, about keep trying, and then keep testing, yourself for so many years, Renato.
yeah, like I always like compete. I'm a competitive guy. Like I remember when I was young, I played a little bit volleyball. Everything I play, everything I do, I like competing a little bit. That's I think it's my nature too. But I think you can do things to help you keep there or even building there is make sure, like I said, when you train in the gym, have that mindset. When you're training, always think about the if you win, if you lose, if the guy did the sweep on you, try right away when the person maybe finish the sweep, be in a better position that you can working to sweep him back or at least escape. And that's my mindset during the whole year. And I try to transfer this mindset of improve, getting better, find something to do better every day. I put it to my life to it, and then turn in that lifestyle. Everything I do, I try working the same way as I need to be better. I need to grow in something a little bit
Improve and
more. And then this
evolve.
mindset of more now related to jiu-jitsu is training at the gym. You, of course, you train for different people. Like I said, if you train for a lower level, that can give a little more time to think, and then try working new things that you can add in your main game. But when you train for the guys, can give a tough role as a tournament.
Okay.
Think about the points, think about the time, think about if you win, if you lose, and then create scenarios in your mind. Say like, I'll have a 30 seconds, maybe see 30 seconds on the clock. Imagine you lose by 2 points. I need to do 2 points. You know, you need I create scenarios. I
Scenario
always
through your mind. Yes.
yes, I always have this mindset too. If the person swap, I need to swap it back. Or if you sweep, I don't want to give a really good position. Or at least he's gonna fight, and then I can maybe put it in the situation that I can put it back.
Yes.
And then it's a daily. It's a daily thing, you know. And there's not something that is hard to do if you have the mind to, oh, I'm going to train for 3 months or 2 months for this tournament. You can get it there, but if you're training during the whole year, it's easy to pop, to turn the switch, you know.
Because it's there always, right? You are 20-30% almost there, but you're always keeping that 70%, as you just said before, right?
And it's a joke that I do too. People, oh, how you keep this way? I say, man, I'm like an old car. If you stop in the garage, it doesn't run anymore, you
Yeah.
know. Every
It's
day
old
you
wine.
start,
It's
roll
old
a little
wine.
bit.
You're
Yeah.
just getting better every time, every year, getting older and better, right?
Car, if you leave in the garage, batteries die, gonna start leaking oil.
Yes.
You need every day, you need to turn a little bit, run a little bit the car, old car, man. You
Yes.
need to keep going, you need to keep moving.
Amazing. Agree. 100%. Probably is the last one here. Is this what do you think about let's say different types of training? You can like rolling for 5 minutes ground only, or rolling 5 to more minutes stand up and then ground, or only stand up, or only guard, or only situationals. So how you manage this, Renato, through your year as well?
We usually we start say the first two rows stand up, and then stand up, go to the ground, and then after you go more to the ground, because especially people, you don't want like kind of, if you do for tournament, we try always start stand up. If you like
Yep.
do the year, we do like two at the first two rows. You stand up. If you have people who like competing more, and then let they we have a different mats, different on side on the mats.
Okay.
I stand up too, and like this is gonna be changed to depend how, if you're a competitor, if you just a regular student, and then you can manage that too. You can put your, and one thing I do for my students here, I always partner them. And then I know who want to train hard, to put the person
Yes.
training hard
You know who is
together.
gonna go against who, right?
Yeah, if I have a new guy, I get somebody that can help them grow and learning. I want to make sure they don't smash the new guy. And then I always try partnering the guys to make sure everybody has a good role and they can learn something
Yes.
from. And if the guys compare, they're gonna have a hard role. They're gonna take something from
Yes.
that. And
Yes.
I think it's important to manage the whole rolling thing. I always manage the role thing for
I
myself,
agree.
for my
I like to
students,
do as well. Yes.
and then we drill. Sometimes you do some. I mix it up, because
Mhm.
when you teach you need to mix it up. Different kind of training. Sometimes you start. We do this specific training. You start a close guard, 2 minutes stop, 2 minutes bar, half guard, and then side control, and then side mount back. Some days we start already in specific position that we did the position first. Okay, now we're gonna start from here, and then try the move you did today, and then the other person gonna try the fan, and then if the person sweep you or pass, and then start over, and then we always create something in different scenarios
Scenarios.
for the
Awesome.
train.
Awesome. Renato, okay, just to really finish. So, any plans for your next, 8 months, 9 months of this year? So, what are you gonna do regarding training? Competing? You have any goals already?
Yeah,
Set
like
up?
the situation right now is kind of a little limited. We don't know
Yeah,
when we're gonna finish, but
true.
for sure, my goal, I think, go well is Master Wars for sure. If Fight to Win supposed to come to Florida, and if they come, I'm gonna try sign up for
I'm gonna
Fight to
go
Win.
there. Yep.
And I just got invited to compete in Rio in December on the company.
Nice. Oh,
And,
company. Yes, I
yeah,
heard
they're gonna
about it.
try to put a
That's
Carson Gracie,
amazing.
Gracie tournament, and then
Correct.
gonna
Correct.
try set up for these three.
Nice.
And like I told in the beginning, and we talked a little bit before, I'm training. Like
You're
every day,
always ready.
7 a.m. 7 a.m. I do body weight conditioning. I do live on my group for my association. 6 p.m. I do dumbbells workout for them for kind of secret training.
Yep.
11 o'clock, I'm always here doing positions, filming movements for my students, and then training if it's possible. Today we did a little training this morning with the coach, like not students. I don't want to make sure like any students getting involved in this. It's just coach, we training, do positions. But and I'm in better shape right now than was for Pan Ams. I want to keep
I
doing this.
believe. Tougher. Even
I'm a
tougher.
pound and a half, 2 pounds lighter than I was for Pan Ams.
Wow, flying probably, right?
Yes.
Amazing. Okay, Renato. So thank you, man, very much. Was a pleasure. Well, we were closer in Rio, right? We did the camp in 2000. No, in
14? No, 10. 2010.
2010, right?
Yeah.
World Cup. So was a really good time, and
You
man,
were
I
still
had a
talking about it.
yeah, it's fun. Huh? We have to do it again.
Yeah.
We will do it definitely after this is all done. After everything goes nice and easy again, we're gonna do it again for sure. And so man, thank you again. We are your fans. We're always watching you, following you. So you really keep us pushing us, because man, like 30, 40 years doing it, man, is not for everybody. So thank you once again, my friend. Appreciate it.
All right, brother. So thanks so much, Francis. I hope Marcelo is good. You okay there?
Yeah, I'm gonna call him after here for sure.
All right, and let me know, guys. Thanks so much for the opportunity to talk to you guys. I hope you guys like it. Any question, just message me. My phone, my Instagram. You guys can message me. My Instagram is Renato Tavares 1, and the Facebook's Renato Tavares BJJ. Friend request. I'm here to help especially in this time. If you want to be part of the videos, I can send the videos for you guys too.
Yes.
Now it's time
You're
for
taking
a
videos as well, so it's perfect.
whole BJJ community help each other grow. Yes, they have a guy did a seminar, live seminar for my students. I did for a couple people. If you guys needed a live seminar from me, just
Yeah,
let me know.
it would be a pleasure.
I'm here
Please.
to help you guys. Okay.
The same here. I think now this is yeah. So yes, this is our time to get closer, right? Together, without those ego stuff and flag stuff, man. It's only one thing. We do jiu-jitsu, right? So it doesn't matter which flag now. So now is the time to be together, 100%. Okay, Renato. So thank you once again, my friend. Appreciate for all your time, knowledge, and we're gonna be closer together again for sure.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for the
Appreciate it. Have a
opportunity.
good one, my friend.
Usa.